What's going on, everybody? This your boy, that dude Belsky here. Um, Doing something a little bit different. Instead of coming in and giving y'all another episode of one of my LPs, I actually want to stop and talk to y'all about something that's been on my mind the past couple of days. Um, Basically, I mean, if y'all know, my channel's small. I have only like 43 subs. I think about a little over 1,000 views. I mean, it's still a rather small channel, and I say basically, I was watching a video the other day, by one of the guys I'm subscribed to, Trisky HD, and basically, he was saying that he's thinking about just, I guess in a way giving up on his channel because basically YouTube is shitting on him. And what I mean by that is, YouTube is making it harder for smaller channels right now to get their videos out there. And YouTube, I haven't been big on the YouTube scene, but from what I've been told is that YouTube is a place that you can put your videos out and you can get it noticed, get it seen. Stuff like that. I mean, basically they were there to try and help you get that, to get your stuff seen. Well, nowadays it's just like, okay, they're not trying to do anything to get your videos seen, and they're there to promote the bigger channels, i.e., Toby Games, Blank Choose, PewDiePie, stuff like that. And let me say, not to hate on them, because I mean they did what they had to do to make their channel successful as it is. So my hat's off to them. I'm not hating on them whatsoever. But it's not. It's now YouTube is making it harder for smaller channels to get out there and get noticed, to get to that level of where those successful channels are. And I guess it's to the point now where they're having one of my favorite guys I like, actually, videos I like to watch, is making them call it quits, or thinking about calling it quits. And I think it's messed up that YouTube is coming to this point where they're just trying to drive the smaller channels out. But what I think about it is this: don't let YouTube do this. Don't let them stop what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all of us, or I like doing LPs. I love doing Let's Plays. I love putting commentary on my Let's Plays. I like people to enjoy my work. I like what I do. And and obviously, I'm gonna try and strive to be better at it, but I like what I do. And I'm pretty sure that every other channel that's starting out, whether you're doing Let's Plays, or whether you're doing comedian stuff, or what have you, we all start out at a small point, and and we all enjoy what we do. So I say to y'all that's listening to this video, that that's thinking of that, that's thinking of stopping, man, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Yeah, it may seem like the views that the views aren't coming like you want them to. Maybe it's it's like the subs aren't coming like you want to, or exposure isn't coming like you want to. But granted those things aren't happening. Keep pushing to do those things, to make your videos better, to make your channel better, to do what you need to do to get your channel out there. Don't give up. because once you give up, then you feeding right into what YouTube is wanting you to do, and that's for you to just go away, and let the bigger channels, strive, and let them, just basically you're letting them win. You're letting them throw you to the wayside. And just, I'm like, no, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm not going to let that happen to my channel. I'm not going to let them stop me from what I like to do. And you shouldn't let them stop you from what you're trying to do. And basically, what I've came up with is, different ways of what you should do to get your channel out there. And I mean, you might seem like, oh dude, what do you know? You only have like 43 subs. You're not, you're almost like in the same boat as us. So how can you tell us how to get views and subs? Well, like I said, I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, but I have sat back and I've watched, and I've sat back and I've and take, and start to take in, things or ways to get your channel out there, and I think one of the things that we've done is that we've made it to, a dog eat dog world, basically. Every man for himself. It almost seems like, we're not trying to build each other up. And when I mean, each other, I mean as the smaller channels. We're not trying to build each other up. We're just like, basically shitting on the next man to try and get up to where, basically trying to one up the next person, trying to, step on people's toes to get up there. And I don't think that's the way to go. And because at the end of the day, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not, I just don't think that's the right thing to do. And basically, what I'm going to do is, come up with videos, because I've already have my titles and of what I think, of what I want to talk about. And I'm just going to come out with videos of each one and explain in depth as far as, how I feel that it will work. Because right now, I mean, all of our little smaller channels, we're all scattered. I think for us to get to where we want to get, we have to work together. We have to be supportive of each other. We have to be supportive of all the other smaller channels, and basically just bond together. And when, you get to that point where, you're at those levels of Toby Games, and you're at those levels of PewDiePie, and you're at those levels of all of the big LPers or the big channels that you in a way look up to, that you don't forget about where you came from. I think a lot of people, they get to that level, and then once they do get to that level, they just shit on all the other channels that got them to that level. And that's just not how it's supposed to be. And it's wrong. That's how I feel about the situation. So, like I said, I'm gonna make videos of what I think should be done to bring that kind of camaraderie back, so that we can help each other out to get our channels out there. And hopefully, y'all listen and take heed, and hopefully, if y'all have any kind of ideas, I mean, y'all can express it to me and we can all talk about it. So but with that being said, in closing, all I have to say right now is to those channels, to those people that run these channels that just, you know, you're losing faith in your channel and that you just want to give up. Don't do it, man. You know, keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. You know, I don't care how long it takes. I enjoy what I do, and you should enjoy what you do as well also. So with that being said, like I said, man, don't give up. Don't give up, man. I know it's rough. I know it's hard. I know it almost seems impossible to get to where you want to go with your channel. But don't fall into you know, that trap of, you know, of giving up and you falling into what you know, in a way YouTube wants you, in a way that YouTube, you know, they want to do with these smaller channels, just pushing us away and just kind of just shitting on us. Don't let them do that. So until the next video, man, this your boy, That Dude Belsky. Y'all be easy.